Looks like my bit rate's kind of slow tonight, y'all. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't really know what to do but to keep on going, so we're going to keep on going. So right now, apparently, I'm not. This isn't really showing on. Oh, okay. My bit rate is low though, so I mute that. Okay. So, yeah, underneath that you have the message field and you have the button, the holler button, if you would like to holler at me. All right, and if you would be so kind, holler at me with the word of the day. The word of the day is Maxwell. Maxwell, as in yes, Maxwell, Urban Hang Suite Maxwell. I was looking at, was it something on? It wasn't something on TV. It was something about Maxwell. So there's some video I was watching on YouTube about Maxwell, and they it's just so funny how people's taste in music can be so different, because they were talking about his second album being a misstep, or it just basically they were saying that his second album wasn't good, that he like a sophomore jinx or something, I don't know. But the thing is, that to me was his best album. That was his best, Embrya. And I think I've talked about this before, but Embrya was like really a great listen. Okay, it was like the first one is classic. Okay, I mean, a lot of times with a lot of artists, their first album, they'll have an album that's classic, but there's another album that it's like you can't, do not leave. It often gets left out of the conversation as some of the greatest music. Like for instance, I think I talked about R. Kelly, how of course 12 Play is a classic, but 12 Play had a whole bunch of stupid songs on it too. I think 12 R. Kelly, that next CD he made, the next CD, shows you what era I'm from, y'all. But the next one he made, the one that has had "You Remind Me of My Jeep," that one was a better listen. Now, were the songs as memorable as 12 Play? No, they weren't. But it was a better listen, because it's like I could listen to that one almost without skipping. So he usually puts a stupid song in there somewhere in the mix. But it's like I can listen to that one more seamlessly than I could listen to 12 Play, because 12 Play, like I said, it's like Summer Bunnies, and the one that he's rapping, and it's like it just really messes up the flow. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so Embrya, that was a great album. That was a great album. I love that album. That one had a great sound to it. And matter of fact, I think if y'all did, this is a bit of trivia. The band for Sade, I think the main two dudes, Stuart Matthewman and what's the other dude's name? I forget the other guy's name. I know the one guy's Stuart Matthewman, and the other one, I mean, it's three of them, I think. But Stuart Matthewman is like kind of like the main dude, and well, both, yeah, that's the one name that I remember the most. But if y'all remember the that album, Sweetback, it came out in '96, I believe. Great classic CD, classic. That was Sade's band. It's, I guess I always thought that they figured that was shoot. Sade, she takes at the time this was before she came back with Soldier Love. I think that was when she came back. I think, was that when she came back? We're gonna have to check out some Sade on the doggone pregame. But I mean, she was gone for so long. I guess they figured they had to make some money and make some music, so they put out the Sweetback album, and that was a classic one. But they did a lot of, I'm going to say a lot. They did some of his music as well. I think on, I don't know about Urban Hang Suite, but I'm kind of sure that they did help out or do something on Embrya, but I'm gonna have to look. I'm just talking out off the top of my head, and but I think I vaguely remember this. I vaguely remember this, and I remember stuff like this, surprisingly, or not so surprisingly. But but yeah, the word of the day is Maxwell. Maxwell is he's a really a great artist, y'all. He's a really great artist. But I will have to say this, y'all. Ever since Embrya, I have not liked like any of his his CDs. Like after Embrya, it's like there's been nothing that I have liked. There's matter of fact, it totally switched from I like the majority of the songs on it. It's like it just dawned on me. I only really liked his first two albums because everything else was just like okay. Seriously, everything else was just like okay. It's like the Now album. There might have been like one song that I might have liked on that one. Then the next one, I just kind of like then Black Summer's Nights or whatever. It's like it just I don't know. I don't know. And I mean, they were saying in the video that how he has anxiety about how he's gonna come out and all this kind of stuff, and if the crowd will like this or whatever. He's going through all this stuff. This is earlier in his career and stuff, and it's like I kind of see why, because it's like and he said something that was really cool though. He said that no one is more loyal than black folk. He was like, no one is more loyal as a fan base than black folk, than black people. And I thought that was cool. And I that's something I think we can be proud of, because it's like when there are our artists, we feel that they are ours. They are truly ours. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they feel that they are ours. They feel part of us. We feel like they're part of us. It's like it's a beautiful relationship between us, the audience, us black folk, and our black artists, because it's like it's just another shining example of our brilliance and our excellence, because it's like there's nothing like black music. I'll say it now, I'll say it again, I'll say it forever. It's like black music is like a force of nature, okay? And it's it's just wonderful and wondrous. It's like if they always have those. I always see time capsules, like movies or videos about time capsules and stuff, and see what people put in time capsules. They'll put like the newspaper, and they'll put like I don't know, an iPod or something, and all this kind of stuff. Well, maybe I haven't seen an iPod, but that would be cool if they put an iPod in a doggone whatchamacallit, in the time capsule, and it has and I don't know if they've done that. They might have done that, but it's like what songs would they put on the iPod for people to play 100 years from now, or to put it in space, put the time capsule in space, is so that it goes to some alien place or something. I'm always talking about aliens off and on and stuff. Just like I always wonder. I said it before. I always wonder if aliens have music. I wonder if music is a thing. Is how unique is music? I already believe that we're not alone in the universe. So if from that, if we're not alone, then other beings, other species, other whatever, do they have music? I mean, how creative? I think that they always talk about, when they compare us to aliens, how aliens are so much more evolved than us and all this kind of stuff or whatever. However, it's like even though being advanced and being so smart that we can communicate telepathically, even though we're not there yet, if we ever get there, the way I look at a lot of sci-fi, y'all, but even though we're not strong when it comes to that kind of stuff, the strength that humans have is our creativity. I think our ability to create stuff and imagination, even though I do believe it's God-given as well, but I think that's the strength that we have. And so, I would like to think that, and I guess it's kind of a romantic way of looking at things, but I would like to think that if aliens are visiting us, which I think I think they have. I think they probably walking around here now. But that they marvel at our ability to create, like Michael Jackson and Prince and Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, Miles Davis, Thelonious Monk, John Coltrane, uh, I mean, Beyonce, Lil Mo, Fabulous, uh, 50 Cent, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Ice Cube, Quincy Jones. I mean, it's just like so much talent. Think of how much talent. Oh my gosh, it's just mind-boggling. Anyway, Maxwell is the word, and you want to put Maxwell in that field and click holla when you get in the studio audience. Okay, and we're not in the studio now; we're outside in the lobby, right? But you hit the studio button. It says, "What up, Devin?" Devin is the name that I use for demonstration purposes. Click below to enter the studio. You click the studio button, and you are met with an alert that lets you know tonight's game has an entry fee. This says tonight's studio entry is free. Click OK to continue. Once you click OK, it goes so glow. Yep, and then it goes dark, and you are in the studio. Okay, and this is where you stop. Don't go any further. Don't go any further. I will direct you from this point. Okay. So the pregame. Okay. Pregame. We're gonna see. You know what I want to look up, right? So, matter of fact, I know that I probably got in my favorite albums. I know I got some Sade in my favorite albums. Every row is a channel, and 85% of these channels were curated by yours truly. I'm gonna have to listen to this doggone whatchamacallit. Let's see what this is about. Where's my favorite albums? Here we go. I know I got some Sade in there. So the album that she, okay, the best of Sade. All right. Okay, so the one that she came out with after it was Lovers Rock. This one had like maybe 2 songs on it that I liked. It was just like I just wasn't. And then she came with that one, and it's like I don't know, man. It's like, and the thing is, I love Sade. I love Sade just like everybody loves Sade. But I'm not gonna. Hey, I gotta call it like I see it now. It's like the music just wasn't hitting. Like, it was like after all that long time, we come back with Lovers Rock, and let's see what the song was. It was like one song that really was like cool, like good. But the rest of them was just like, okay. I mean, really, I can't even remember what they sounded like. I mean, her music is the songs that you like. They're memorable. But let's see, what was that song? I'm gonna mute this microphone because I don't want. I'm gonna mute this microphone while I play this real quick because I want to see. Hold on a second, y'all. All right, hold on a second. Yep, it's that one. I found it was that one. This song, Every Word. This song, Every Word, is like the best one on this album to me. All the rest of them, I don't even remember what they sound like. It's like, yeah, maybe King of Sorrow. I think that one is okay. It was lackluster. But yeah, Maxwell too. It's like after Embria, it was just like, let's see what Maxwell. I mean, I gotta call it like I see it, y'all. And it's like, let's see. See that was the see. This was this one is classic, of course. Urban Hang Suite. This one, I think, this one I enjoyed the best. Embryo. This was his best one. Then he came with Now. This one I was just like, it was like, oh man, I'm gonna start to not enjoy his music anymore. And it's just, it never really. I haven't heard anything since that I really wanted to listen to or remember. But I might find something. I might find something. But yeah. But shout out to Maxwell. But yeah, why I said Maxwell is because I think I told y'all before. When I was going to Morehouse, Maxwell performed at the school. It was him. The show was, it was a great show, y'all. It was the first. Maxwell was the opener. This was in '96 in the begin, like probably around March of '96. Okay, and he was the opener, and then the next group was Groove Theory. Groove Theory was the next one, and then the closer was the Fugees. I mean, it was in King Chapel. That was a great show. That was such a great show. But check it out. I think if I told this story before, forgive me, but Maxwell was the first performer. Maxwell was the first performer, and nobody knew who he was because it's like they were handing out cassette singles. His cassette single, in the crowd and stuff, and it's like we had never heard. This is like no one's ever heard of Maxwell. We had never heard of Maxwell. Okay, so he comes out there and he, this is when he first came out. This is like neo soul was just like D'Angelo had already come out, but D'Angelo was like, D'Angelo's the shit. So, but this Maxwell came out. He had this hair. He had this kind of hair right here, right? And so he comes out there with that kind of hair, which at the time looked crazy. And he had like a tight shirt or something, and had some like tight pants, and looked like he, came from the '70s or something. And he was like, doing these movements and stuff, like he was, like I always say that he was moving and performing like he was already famous, and it was like, I think the general feeling of the whole audience, because all of us guys at Morehouse, we pretty hip, we're pretty, all of us, we in there, we seeing this show, and Maxwell, he's doing this, and he's got this music that it didn't sound like anything that was out at the time. I mean, like I said, D'Angelo had come out, but D'Angelo's music didn't sound like Maxwell's music. I mean, it's like you always kind of had in the neo soul thing, and I hate the word neo soul. I hate that label, but it's kind of like you have certain feels, certain textures of sounds, and those are like the polar opposites of those sounds. You have a real organic sound, like a band, like an old school sound. That was Maxwell, and then D'Angelo was like a hip hop and instrumentation and instruments. It was like he blended more of a hip hop feel into it with his sound at the time, and it was just more hip hop ear friendly. Whereas Maxwell was he was just all like organic band, and that kind of thing was like, we weren't really listening to that before Maxwell. I mean, seriously, I don't think that we were kind of listening to that stuff then. I mean, you weren't hearing that in the dorm, hallways, around the camp. You weren't hearing that kind of music. We weren't listening to that kind of music. So it was very, very different. And so the thing is, and this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing to, but I didn't engage in this. But the thing is, like I said, they handed out his like cassette single to all of us. I mean, we had cassette singles of that, and I think his was the only ones that we had, and I think there's some other thing on the back. But anyway, we had these cassette singles of Maxwell, and he's performing on the stage like he's already famous and doing all these movements, like y'all can imagine the kind of Maxwell movements, all these like kind of kind of these I don't know, these centipede kind of movements and stuff. you know. But anyway, he was like, you know, he was feeling. We could tell that he was feeling his performance. But the thing is, it's like nobody knew who he was, and it's like it was just a kind of a jarring thing. I will admit that it was probably a jarring thing for that music to be the first thing that we're hearing when we're expecting Groove Theory and Fugees. We're like, you know, that's a hip hop sound, and then this guy comes out with this. Like, we don't want to hear this music. It's like this is like jazz or something. It's like we don't want to hear this music. So anyway, make a long story short, I'm just, you know, what a lot of young Morehouse men were doing was throwing the cassette single at Maxwell while he was performing on the stage. So yeah, that's when it was definitely not a moment that I would be proud of as a Morehouse man. But I'm not a Morehouse man anymore. I didn't graduate from there, but when I was there. It was just like, yeah, that was like not cool. But you know something? Like I said, I didn't engage. I didn't throw the tape. I didn't throw my tape. I kept my tape. I got the tape in my Timberland shoebox right there as I'm looking at it. Okay, I got that tape. Okay, I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it on. I'll put it on here one day. But yeah, because the thing is, it's like I didn't think the music was bad. I mean, of course, you know, as time went on, you know, I've discovered or it grew on me, or it, you know, I saw it for what it was, and it's brilliant, it's genius, it's beautiful, it's great music. I mean, he made a classic album that we will be talking about till we old. You know what I'm saying? It's like that Urban Hang Suite goes so hard. It's just, I mean, it is mind-blowing how great that album is. Really, I mean, he did some. I mean, it was a masterpiece. But at the time, like I said, it was jarring because it's like all of us, we were listening to hip hop. It was like there was nothing but hip hop. There was hip hop and R. Kelly and, you know, everything that was R&B and stuff. But this neo soul thing, this was when this was just starting. But Maxwell had that lane. You know, he started that lane, that really, really organic lane where it sounded like it sounded like music and songs. It's like totally not hip hop. It was definitely not hip hop. And at the same time, it didn't sound like the R&B, at least of the time. You know, it's like R&B is a lot of things. It's a lot of things. You know, it's a lot of sounds, but that particular sound, that was different. That was special. So, but yeah, shout out to Maxwell, man, because he made a banging classic. And then this one was a good too, the Maxwell Unplugged. And of course, that's the one where he did This Woman's Work. But yeah, that one. But yeah, Embrya. I don't know why they hate on Embrya. I don't know why. Because that was a masterpiece to me, you know. But and like I said, my taste in music is superb. So if you haven't heard Embrya, do yourself a favor and give it a listen. Okay. I mean, they were saying I don't even know what the critics said about it, but you know, what do they know? You know what I'm saying? You trust in my taste in music. Don't trust those critics. Trust in my taste in music. Okay, Embrya is mind blowing. This is great. This is great, and it's like I said, like Maxwell. I mean, Urban Hang Suite was a great album. But there were pockets there, a couple points there where I had to skip. But Embrya, there's really no skipping on this one. This one is like, I mean, there is like one or two songs that it's like, I could do without it. But it's like, if I don't skip it, I won't be like, I can't wait till this song gets over. You know, I mean, I don't like feeling like that. So, but yeah, this one is virtually unskippable. Another, and I know y'all are like, what is he doing? I'm just talking and I'm just freestyling. Don't worry about the time. We'll finish up at 9:15. I showed you all how to get into the virtual studio, so we good. All right. Where's my phone? Shoot, I can't find my phone. Shoot. Hold on. Can't find my phone, y'all. I don't know where my phone is, y'all. Um, but okay. So I was saying about Maxwell, and this is not like the Maxwell show, but you know he's the word of the day. And like I said, when you go to the when you're in the when you're in here, that's where you're gonna put in Maxwell, Maxwell, and then holla. All right, then it goes to me, and then I can pull it up on the. Yep, it went through, so I can pull it up on screen like here. That's old Silvers. Let us see is old. I think that was yesterday. There it goes. There's Maxwell right there. So when I see 4 different people type in Maxwell, I know you're ready to play, and then we'll be off and running. There it goes. All right. What time is it? Shoot. Phone went dead, y'all. I'm bad about charging my phone. Let me go back to talk about Maxwell. But yeah, I'm not saying that he doesn't have good songs, because the songs are. I mean, his music is still, it's still good, it's still cool, but it's just not moving me like the first 2 did. It's like the first 2, you can't get much better than that. You just can't. I mean, and since then I just haven't heard anything that's like, but but there are plenty of people that still, rock with him like that. But I just haven't seen, I just haven't heard anything, y'all. Just but it's all good. And Sade too, Maxwell and Sade. And the funny thing is, they both kind of use the same people, the same music. That's how I got on Maxwell and Sade and stuff. But yeah, and it's like these. Nobody, everybody, I'm a big, huge music head and music fan. I'm also a bit of a critic too. I mean, and I don't know. And hey, look, it happens to all the greats, like Michael Jackson. After Thriller, it's like I really wasn't feeling Michael Jackson. It's like Bad, okay, not saying he still wasn't making great music. I mean, commercially, yeah, but the thing is, I wasn't really buying that. I didn't buy Bad. I hadn't bought any Michael Jackson albums after Thriller. So that shows you. Yeah, that shows you. I mean, it's like, look, I just wasn't feeling Michael Jackson like that. Seriously, it's like Off the Wall and Thriller, everything from Thriller on back. That's the Michael Jackson that I love. Okay, that I don't know how many of y'all feel the same way I do, but everything from Thriller on back, Bad on forward, nah, I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, yeah, he had Dangerous, and then he had the one where, I mean, he's had the one that had Michael Jackson, what's the one? Invincible, where he had butterflies on it, where he kind of came back into a more soulful kind of R&B sound a little bit or whatever, but I didn't buy that one either. It's like that one song, Butterfly, that old girl from Floetry wrote, I mean, that was good. Matter of fact, I think I got that on one of these mixes or something. I mean, that was good, but I mean, it happens to all the greats. Prince, happened to Prince, because after Diamonds and Pearls, it's like I kind of lost touch. It was like, I'm kind of good. It's like, because the sound, I mean, and Prince was always, changing and doing things with his sound and stuff like that. I mean, he's a genius and stuff. And of course, you don't expect him to stay in the same with the same sound. But the thing is, there's nothing like that sound that he had in that pocket of Controversy, 1999, Purple Rain, Parade, Around the World in a Day, Sign of the Times, and all the way up to whatchamacallit, all the way up to Diamonds and Pearls. And then Diamonds and Pearls was like the last great Prince album to me. And then but I still but he will still. But the thing about Prince is that he will have moments. He still had moments where it's like he'll have a really good song. It's like, okay, I can bump this one. Michael Jackson didn't have those moments after Thriller. He didn't really have those moments really for me. But Prince would always have a moment or two where he have a real good song or whatever. He'll do something and have some, he still would have moments, like I said. But Michael Jackson, he just lost it for me. But anyway, I'm just talking about these greats. It seems like everybody has their moment where they have a really good sound, really good music, and then that moment seems like it's fleeting. And then what happens is we kind of hold on to that period. I know that I do. It's like and that's why I really appreciated what Maze and Frankie Beverly and Maze did. It's like they had their moment of good music, and they took that moment and they toured for 35, 40 years playing the same songs from that moment, from those moments. I mean, it's like, when did they make like new music? What was the last new music? I can look that up. I can look that up, right? Let's see, Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. I'll look that up some other time. Anyway, let's get back to the studio, y'all. Y'all are probably like, Brian is he's on one tonight because he's just talking, and we haven't even gone on any topics yet. Let's see what time it is. Oh, it's 9:06. So you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna go to the game. So let's roll them. Turn it up.
I stepped into the cookout trivia. It's time to shine. Black excellence, African diaspora's all in line. We're promoting black-owned businesses. That's the vibe. Get ready for the game show. Let's take it in stride. Celebrating culture, knowledge, and pride. Black excellence, we're representing worldwide. Trivia questions hitting hard like a tidal wave. Get your answers right, make it to the top. Be brave. We're breaking barriers, creating history. A game show that's all about our mysteries. From the motherland to the streets of the Bronx, black excellence shining, breaking all the norms.
Y'all, I was just thinking, how black of me is this that, I'm gonna start the game late, but I still want to end it I want to end it early. Isn't that trifling, y'all? Well, it is what it is. Y'all need to come on in here so y'all can play some trivia. But I'm gonna count this down, and once this hits 0, I gotta pull the plug on tonight's game. And we are, like I said, we're doing 2 and 2. Be ready for the multiplayer. It's coming, y'all. It is coming. But in the meantime, let me play some words from our sponsors, and let's go. Oh shoot, my bad.
canto.
E ele que tá comigo.
Time has run out. Let's see if we got any more Maxwell's in here. And if not, I gotta pull the plug. I appreciate you all for popping in. I didn't speak on Instagram or YouTube. I'm sorry, I wasn't being rude. I just I didn't have those windows up, y'all. I need to get another monitor, y'all. And yeah, I need to work on my Patreon too. But okay, I see Emerald Flame Catering. All right, thanks. Shout out to class of 1996. Anyhow, all right, y'all. So thanks for popping in. Thanks for checking on me. Tell your friends, tell your family, and I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. All right, y'all be good and be safe. All right, peace.
Stronger than I ever been. Came to win. Came to win. Let's go. Vaughn. We from a great place. You can feel tradition. Hear the water talk to them if you really listen. A lot of roads paved, some of them you never know. Read the stars, you can see a King Taylor glow. Port biographical, doing it phenomenal. Rose through trauma over all the psychological. Okra in the pot over red rice. Eat and sleep on it, baby, that's some good advice. You can truly see what is opportunity. Talk the weeping time, bruh, talk about family. Talk about double shifts, dad on the forklift. Is it for the people though, is it for the tourists? I be on the pole just talking about politics. Gotta paint hope over pain, broken promises. What honor is, standing on the truth. Infrared proof with the fire in the booth, come on. Stop cycling hate. Feel that shift in your soul, know them bones gon' shake. Breathe life, mama said get that right. Know when to pray, on that 100 reasons to fight. Inspire, I wanna see the family up. Black owned city blocks, let the money speak up. Out of church, gotta hit the street with the work. Dope is good, but hell can't handle the verse. War knock, Katie Holmes do that, bruh. I see buildings, symbols and dinkra. Say be thankful, Gullah Geeks give you the speech. Space on the sidewalk while you all in the street. Zay Hutchins with the brush city full of the art. My era D-Wall shot beautiful arcs. Influence on the culture, we gon' play that part. How you finish ain't the same as the start. Now come on, now come on.
Listen, Maxie, I'm like, yeah, some people know in Creole that means master of water.